Thanks, guys. It's good to be here. I just broke up with this guy. He was a lot older than me. I didn't even really notice the age difference until he started bathing me in the sink. We would fight a lot. One of our big fights was he would always get mad at me because every time we hooked up, he always wanted me to do a sexy dance for him. Like, I'll put on lingerie or something, but I'm not going to do a fucking jig. It's too ridiculous. So I'm like, this is not America's Got Talent. I don't have a jazzy number I've been preparing for you all day. I'm sorry. Finally, I just put on a bikini and I did the Charleston above this guy. He was fully flaccid by the time I was done Charlestoning above him. I gave him a lap dance finally, but I think it was confusing for him because I was also singing a lot of Yiddish show tunes. I was grinding on him, which I thought was a fair compromise, but I was also going, your smile is my umbrella. How much is that doggy in the window? Ah. He was gently weeping by the end. I think he asked to be alone at the end of his lap dance. That was his request. He said he just wanted to reflect in a dark room, and he discovered that he's no longer aroused by women. I feel like you should be able to joke immediately after sex. I just think it's a good time for some jokes. I like to throw change on a man after sex. It's very funny to me personally. I just like to take some coins and toss them on his dumb, naked, post-sex man body and say something like, shh, less is more out of you, okay? You take those coins and you shut the fuck up about what happened in this room, all right? Go out and buy yourself something special, because you're beautiful and you're worth it, all right? You know what my fear is? I'm afraid of, like, having, like, a series of bad relationships and just, like, getting real tired. And, like, in the movies, whenever the woman will leave some animal, they always have her end up with a soft, bearded theater teacher, and that's my worst fear in life. Like, he would do the opposite of talking dirty. He would just kind of interrupt sex to touch base a lot. Like, we'd be in the middle of sex, and he would stop, like, hey there, hey. Thought it was a nice time to pause and process what's happened so far. Take a little break here and have some soup. Would you like that? Do you mind if I sing This Land Is Your Land while I'm inside you? I feel like his idea of talking dirty would be like, I don't think we're doing enough to protect our national parks. What do you think, huh? You little slut, you like that, yeah? Yeah? You mean to ram you? You want to get rammed? With unconditional love? I said, I'd like to ram into you a nice support system. Do you mind if I sing This Land Is Your Land while I'm inside you again? Just one more time, please. I've been traveling a lot. I just got back from Alabama. They'll send anybody to pick up the comedian at the airport. Like, they don't give a shit about us. They'll send any sex offender to go get us. And they sent this guy in Alabama. You know when you meet someone and, like, right away you're like, oh, you're crazy. Like, as soon as I met him, I'm like, this man is bullshit insane. I get into his car. This is the first thing he said to me. This is what he felt comfortable just opening with. He just goes, do you own a gun? Because you've got to be ready to protect your family. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't even have a family. I mean, I'm pregnant, but not for long. That's what this was missing, a fun-loving abortion joke. I might be dressed like a district attorney, but I can still pull off a fun-loving abortion joke. So this guy was so insane. I don't know if you've ever had this experience with someone where, like, you've spent a few days with them and they think you've been falling in love and you've been actively terrified the entire time you're with them, but that's kind of what happened with us. Like, he took me back to the airport and he goes, I just wanted to say I thought we shared some pretty special times together. And then he goes, and used the first Jewish I had ever known. He told me I was his first Jewish. So I was really aroused. And then he reached into his duffel bag. I'm like, what the fuck is gonna be in there? Some sort of a Jew bomb or something? And he pulled out a painting he had made for me of a Star of David. It was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen. And he just started like flapping it in my face furiously. He was just going, come on. He was making these weird like fuck sounds. He was just going like, come on, yeah, you like that? Yeah. He just kept flapping his psychotic Star of David drawing in my face. And he kept doing it and like watching me and like he'd stop for a second and go, yeah, come on, come on. And I think I realized what was happening. I think he thought that that's all you have to do to fuck a Jew. Like maybe his uncle told him that when he was a kid or something. Like, if you ever want to fuck a Jew, you just got to flap a Star of David in the Jew's face. Keep flapping it. Be patient. May take a while. Pretty soon, once the Jew's ready to be entered, their skin's going to turn like the color of money. Once it's at that sweet currency color, then... that's when the Jew's ready, and then they'll just be like, stick it in, stick it in. So we live together now, and all right, you guys, thanks a lot. That's it for me. Thank you.